Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Now this video is completely and utterly unplanned, impromptu. I'm sitting up here in my craft room and I'm thinking, why am I not filming this? I haven't done one of these before and people might want to know, and I feel like someone somewhere is going to benefit from hearing this. So basically I made a load of key rings. You would have seen my skulls before. Now this is a mould I made from skulls that were given to me by a friend. Turns out they bought their original mould from Wish. I bought the same mould. They are indeed ice cube trays, so I went ahead and placed an order for those so that I could just make more and more and more and more and more. Turns out they're matte. Now, I did say in a recent video, if your silicone mould is matte, your resin will turn out matte. If your silicone mould is shiny, your resin will turn out shiny. A lot of people didn't actually know this, and it's something I learned as well along the way. So what I'm doing now, I've made a few of these. I've made the different ones with the headphones, ones without anything, and then ones with the hat. I've filled both moulds and I've got a whole bundle here, but yeah, didn't realise until I took them out, of course they're matte. So what I'm going to do, what I have been doing for the last half an hour, is actually bringing the resin back to life. Now, honestly, I've already done quite a few here. I will show you close up, but then I thought, why am I not filming it? Because there are people out there for a fact who are just starting out in resin, and if you've got a matte mould and you're not happy that you've got a matte mould, something comes out too matte, or your resin has kind of faded, the shine has faded, and you really want to bring them back to life, this is the video for you. So what I've done is, and I mean minimal, I have measured minimal resin here. I'm not using heat, I'm not using flames. I've got the window open, so I haven't got my massive respirator on. I'm using a very, very, very small paintbrush and gloves. I'm as safe as I can be for the minimal use. These skulls came out matte. I packed them with glitter. I packed, and I mean packed them with glitter, as you can see here. But they still came out matte. The back, of course, is shiny. The backs are always shiny. The front is matte. So I need to change that. I need to turn that into this bad boy here. Can you see the difference? This one has had a coat of resin, and I mean gentle coat, same as these guys here. So this one here came out of the new mould. I packed it full of black glitter. It came out completely matte. Compare this to this. I need to be gentle now because I've coated it. Compare this to this. That is the difference we're talking about. The glitter is there. It's just hiding because your mould was matte. So what you need to do is just top coat it with a bit of resin to bring that glitter out. I hope I'm making sense, because this video was about as unplanned as most of my dinners every day. So if I put them both together, you can see the difference. This straight out of the mould, this with a top coat brushed on really lightly of resin. So let's go. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm doing. Excuse the light in here. I'm going to try and get the angle for you. I'm using an old paintbrush, one that I'm not emotionally attached to. Now, if we look at this one here has been done, you want minimal resin on your brush, and I mean minimal. Straight away, you will see when I put this resin on here, straight away, you will see that sparkle come through. Cameron might not be picking it up. You just have to trust me that it's there. See the sparkle? This area here is dull and matte. This area here is already sparkling. That's because the glitter's there. You just need to show it off. You need to bring it back to life. So I'm going really, really gently over the whole skull with my brush and the tiniest bit of resin. I'm not even re-dipping my brush. I'm just literally spreading this resin over as much as I can possibly spread it. What will happen is it will gather, so you don't want it to gather in these eyes or the nose, and you don't want too much, otherwise it will just pour straight off and just pour off the side of the face. You want enough to coat it, but not too much to drip off the sides. I really, really hope I am making sense. I feel like this is going to be the most random video. Can you see the difference already, guys? Look at this. If you compare it to the matte, I've got one over here ready to be done. You can already see matte top coat. It really is honestly like magic. It's just like watching your resin come back to life. Another example here is the black. So I absolutely packed these with the black glitter as I showed you a while back. This one here is straight out of the mould. Look at it. You wouldn't even know there's glitter there. You just wouldn't know it's hiding underneath that matte finish. It's really bizarre, isn't it? So, gonna take your paintbrush, tiny bit. Are you ready? Are you ready to see this come to life? I absolutely love it, guys. It's literally like magic. It is literally like magic. As soon as you start brushing it on, trying to get the angles. Again, like I said, this is a very, very, very impromptu video, trying to get the angles. As soon as you brush it on, that glitter comes alive. It shows it up. You find out there actually is glitter under there, and it is so pretty. Again, not too much. You don't want to overdo it. You just want enough to show that glitter through. Like so. Now with this one in particular, I actually went and painted the hat with gold paint, and it really didn't take as I was expecting it to, but I love the effect of it because it almost looked like a crackled effect. But I know that that will scratch off eventually, especially if I make this into a keyring. So really, I'm going to go now and give the hat a top coat of resin so that that paint doesn't ever come off. And that's just mainly the reason I made the resin in the first place, was to secure all the gold that I'd painted. And it turns out it's just really worked out. So the last hour really has just been bringing all of these pieces back to life, letting the glitter shine through that was lost. And yeah, honestly, I'm finding this ever so therapeutic. And really, this video goes out to absolutely anybody who's just starting out. Because again, I'm learning all the time. Anyone who's just starting out, who doesn't really like that dullness that you get in resin when you use a matte mould, this technique is for you. The glitter is there. It's just hiding. It's very much like when you sand resin and then put a brand new top coat on. Oh, if anyone's done that, you know what I'm talking about. It just brings it back to life. Now, of course, I've got these on my silicone mats, so if there is any drippage tonight, then tomorrow I can just get in there nice and early, trim it all off, or if needed, sand it down. And these are all the resin pieces that were matte, completely and utterly matte, that I've now given a top coat of this resin, and I've brought them all to life. And I've secured the gold headphones as well with the epoxy, so that, yeah, that gold doesn't chip off. And I'm gonna stop talking now because I feel like it's been a talky video. But one, I think that some people, well, if one person finds it helpful, then I'll be happy. We'll find quite helpful. So let me know if you have found it helpful. And I'm just gonna keep on videoing because right now my right hand is covered in resin and I can't touch my phone. So I hope you find this useful, and I will see you all in my next video, which should be out in a couple of days. Bye everyone.